Wow, we is back. Live out your dreams. Like, comment, subscribe, and get at the kid. And how sad would it be to see the kid not even get an opportunity? And that's more and more what it's looking like day by day, headline by headline, stat by stat. Shedeur added to the CFL negotiation list. Impact on the NFL career. Now, I don't know what that means. We can read it together and see what that means. But let's see what that means. And here goes the other one. Browns predicted to cut ties with the Colorado legend. And then, some people just be talking just to get their stats up and get their numbers up and get their views up or whatever. But let's see what this CFL thing means. Shedeur selected his fifth round competing for a starting position. On Wednesday, the CFL released list of players negotiation list for 9 teams in the league. This means if their players want to pursue playing in Canada, the team that selected them will get their exclusive negotiation rights. I don't know what that means, but why I should do on that list and why is it a headline is a big question. It was revealed Sanders on the list for the Toronto Argonauts. Now, of course, we're going to go to Toronto, send them to some Woodhand. But if they do send them over there, CFL going to have the highest ratings they ever had. But what channel do you watch the CFL on? You're going to have to watch them on the internet. While this does not mean Sanders will play in Canada, it does show the team have interest in him. Quarterback is unpredictable for the Browns. Joe Flacco, Kenny Pickett. In addition, the team drafted former Dylan Gabriel. There's also a chance that Deshaun could return this season. If Sanders does get beat out on the roster, there's a place to play in the CFL to continue to develop. But it's more likely he continues to chase a spot in the NFL. The Buffalo's player is an accurate passer and has worked hard. He's taking advantage of his opportunity. Yeah, they're trying to break the kid one step at a time, bro. And then what I'm thinking is, before it's all said and done, they're going to try to send him to the CFL till he's 28 years old like Warren Moon, or Coach Prime will hand the rights off to Shedeur in about 2-3 more years. And then that's going to be that. You know what I'm saying? Because I always had a vision of Shedeur ended up like Colin Kaepernick. You see him working out on videos, but you don't see him in a uniform. You don't see him in the NFL. But yeah, how sad would this be for this kid not to get opportunity? And I don't know what to say about it, man. I never seen it like this before. And I don't know what to say, bro. Like, he with the Browns, the worst team in the league. The CFL got his negotiation rights. And I don't even know what that means. I mean, this is the best quarterback in the draft. And he falls to the 5th round. And it's ridiculous. It's really ridiculous. But I don't even know how this is gonna end. Training camp is coming soon, couple more weeks. Let's see when training camp is. But like I said, my best bet for Shedeur is he's gonna end up coaching the Colorado Buffs. Him and Michael Vick and stuff. July 25th through August 4th. Rookies report on the 18th. So got a couple more weeks till he report. And that's gonna be that, man. Hopefully they don't cut him. Everybody got something to say. They got insiders saying that he ain't that. They got insiders saying the Browns have already moved on. And it's crazy because every team needs a good quarterback. And he's a good quarterback, but they don't want this kind of quarterback, you know? And this kind of quarterback is being a black quarterback.
That just mean they beat the side of those they do that for everybody.
Nigga, ain't nobody deciding to go to the NFL. Is he NFL nigga? He ain't no CFL nigga. NFL nigga.
It's like if you was no one pick the draft, but if something happened, like, oh, I want this to go on my team. That's all you know.
I'm just saying, there's a reason this shit, the headlines coming up, Shedeur in the CFL. It's not coincidence. Shedeur is by far the best quarterback in the draft. Second best player in the draft behind Travis. But since he's a quarterback, they can be on the same neck and neck. see what Skip Bayless talking about with this, because you know Skip Bayless be knowing something.
I believe this doc August 19th called America's Team, the Gambler and His Cowboys. It's about Jerry Jones and the Cowboys. This documentary, I believe Jerry's doc, 3 books about interview me for, I don't know. Wouldn't it be something if this documentary and what I believe will be its nuclear reaction inspires the current Dallas Cowboys to break through against impossibly long odds and win their first.
And you got to start talking about the Cowboys.
In part because Matt Miller expects Arch Manning to return to Texas for a second year as starter, which would be the following year. So he's saying Arch will not be in next year's draft. Now, of course, you know, and I certainly know how much I believe in Shedeur Sanders, who I thought should have gone number 1 in this year's draft. And you know how much I believe the NFL tried to teach Shedeur and teach his father, Dion, a big, bad lesson by blackballing or whiteballing him as Shedeur fell all the way into the 5th round, where Cleveland finally took Shedeur 50 picks after the Browns had already taken Dylan Gabriel, who, of course, also plays quarterback. Not to mention the Browns already had Joe Flacco and Kenny Pickett and, of course, Deshaun Watson in their quarterback room and on their roster. And now Matt Miller is saying the Browns will be the NFL's worst team and will still be looking for their franchise quarterback with the first overall pick next year. If Matt Miller is right, then I don't know. I'd have to assume Shedeur would have to beat out Dylan Gabriel to be Klubnik's backup as they go forward. Unless, of course, the Browns just say we've got to remove any young threat to Klubnik. And if they just kept Joe Flacco as mentor backup quarterback at age 41, I guess they could go that direction. The point is, this really shook me up to see a projection of the Browns taking their quarterback of the future next year when I thought Shedeur Sanders would be the Titans or the Giants or maybe the Saints quarterback of the future this year, right here, right now. Man, what a mountain Shedeur Sanders is now going to have to.
Like I told them, man, this is gonna be one of the saddest situations you ever see. It's not gonna play out good, bro. Something gonna have to come from the Lord for this to play out the right way, and that's all we can hope for right now. Because anything else would be, this is not looking good, bro. So something gonna have to come from the Lord to make it right, and we is banking on it. We is banking on something happening from the Lord to make everything right for Shedeur to get his chance. That's crazy. Because he's been the best quarterback in the nation for the last 2 years. But it is what it is, though, man. Y'all tell me what y'all think. Y'all tell me how it's going to fall out. If the Browns cut him, Travis Hunter need to tell him, boy, go pick up my dog. They save this money from Trevor Lawrence, because he ain't it. You see, I'm picking him off every day in practice. But it is what it is, man. Y'all make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, and y'all get at the kid.